Hello there, how are you? Welcome back to How I Did It. Well, as you know from last week's video, I had an issue with my bees running away from home, and I am harvesting some of the flow frames. This video is going to give you a quick little how I MacGyvered up a setup to access and harvest the honey out of my flow frames. Yeah, look at that. Isn't it gorgeous? Yeah, it tastes just as good as it looks. Alrighty then, let's get into this. Basically, all I did was take a brand new Langstrom size bottom box, cut this 2x4 so that I could sit it on top of the Langstrom box, and then on top of the Langstrom box I put a medium Langstrom box, and then I hung the flow frames down through there, which gave me the perfect access points to the top where the key goes in, and the bottom right here where the little flow tubes go into. So step 2, setting up my jarring / harvesting station. Now, just like if it were out in the bee apiary, you want to make sure that you have about a 4-degree angle. I just stuck a 1/2-inch piece of siding in there. Made sure that it was flowing forward towards the flow frame openings. And then I started out initially with just one of my flow frame keys, and I ended up going and getting the second one. It just worked better. It was more of an even key turn to get these frames, the propolis, to break open to allow the honey to flow out. And then it was just a matter of sitting the bottle under there and just watching the beautiful sweet honey flow. Now, this honey, there was actually like 3 distinct, or not distinct, 3 different flavors. One would be just a smidge different than the others. And if you notice from this top view, going into the jar is actual honey, but going underneath down there, you can see the glow, is the nectar. So where the flow frames had not been sealed up and that nectar turned into honey, as soon as I opened those flow frames, the pressure relief allowed the nectar to flow out down the sides and the honey to actually flow down through the center and into the honey jars. Or I shouldn't say honey jars. Into my jars. Now, I ended up dividing these up, but as you can see here, the difference in color, and like I said, there's just that little difference of taste. I don't know if you can hear the puppies and Stella wrestling and roughhousing in the background, but it's a rainy day here in Florida, and they cannot go outside to play, so they are having one heck of a good time playing inside. And this is just another angle of the honey. I took the bigger containers of honey and started condensing them down into smaller containers. And then when a flow frame was basically empty, it was time to clean it up. And to clean it up, guess what I'm going to do? Yeah, I'm going to let the bees clean it up.
So let's go that back. Go in there. Close it, and then take it out with the bees and clean it off.
So here's where I used the double key. It made it easier to close these frames back down. I had it. I don't know why I kept doing that over and over and over. Just call me a rookie. Anyway, I took it outside to the bee feeding station. Now the tubs are 17-gallon tubs that I purchased at Home Depot. Drilled holes in it, The bottom is the pollen tub. The top is typically the nectar tub, but we're not needing to feed right now. So I opted to put all of the frames in here and let the bees clean up the mess for me. Now those wooden frames, those are basically done. Those ended up having wax moths and hive beetles and whatnot in it, so they're just there to let them get the honey, or I should say the nectar, out of it. And these are the last two flow frames dripping. You like my little glass teddy bears? I got those, purchased them from Man Lake, and those are just absolutely wonderful. They make a great gift. They hold just enough honey, and it's better than the plastic ones, I think, personally. So I tell my friends, if you bring me back your glass bear, I will refill it for free with the honey. So they basically are covering the expense of the glass jar. Give me $5 and then they'll have a lifetime supply of, I can't call it organic honey, but just know there are no chemicals, no fancy machines spinning anything out, no filtering anything. It's just wonderful honey. Alrighty. Here's what is left of my hive. Time will tell if it's going to actually flourish, but we do have some landing board activities, so we will keep our fingers crossed. In the meantime, you all have an absolutely wonderful and blessed day. I will see you next time on How I Did It.